Welcome, my friends. It is time for an interesting, lengthy story of what happened recently before the whole corona outbreak. I was going to do a story yesterday, but I had to finish my first musical. So, episode 4 will be about my first time going to New York and seeing a Broadway musical. It ain't mostly going to be about the musical, it's basically about the whole behind the scenes of visiting New York. And it also ties in with Philadelphia, so leave a like, subscribe, comment, grab a glass, relax, and enjoy a story of my weird life. Alright, so my friend and his mom wanted to take me with them to see Beetlejuice on Broadway. And I was hyped about it, because I never saw Beetlejuice once in my life, not even the movie. So I was like, yeah, let's go. And they're like, okay, well, we got these tickets. Can't remember exactly. I think it was somewhere around March when it was like starting to peak, the whole coronavirus thing. Well, the doctor told me I had to wear a mask when I went to New York. So I went to a doctor's appointment, and they gave me 3 masks, and my friend's mom bought a box mask for me in case if I ran out, because they only lasted 8 hours. And we were staying there for about 2 days, but our hotel was in New Jersey. So we get in this car. We have everything packed, me and my friend are reciting, we're blasting a lot of punk music, Me, him, and his mom's all rocking out in the car for like 5 hours straight. And it's a good trip so far, we made a few stops. We got a lot of things to snack on, of course, we're jamming out to our favorite songs, and everything's good, Alright, so we pull up at the train station. And before we leave the car lot, I had to have a certain type of medicine. It's like a formula powder, right? And it makes my stomach upset. And I didn't want to walk around New York with an upset stomach or in Beetlejuice on Broadway with my medicine acting up. So what did I do? Well, my friend's mom, I call her mom, my friend's mom made the medicine. And I sat out there in the car lot chugging the whole thing before we got on the train. Now, this medicine makes me extremely sick if I drink it on a regular basis. Chugging it almost makes me, bad, like, throw up bad, right? So I'm sitting here chugging it, and they're looking at me like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I don't want to bring this along with New York. I want to have a good time, a memorable time. I'm not going to let this bring me down. So I downed the whole bottle. And then my stomach hurted for almost an hour. We're on the station, right, and we're in the bus station, and I have the mask on. I'm holding my stomach, making weird noises. People probably think I have the coronavirus. But no, it was just my medicine acting up, right? So by the time we go on the train, it starts to feel better. And I'm looking out the window, and I've never been to any big city before, except for, New Jersey, which that's another story that I'm probably going to tell tomorrow. But, I was on the train station, I was looking out the window, I'm seeing all these places, I'm playing my Game Boy emulator on my phone, and I'm talking to Connor. Well, Connor ends up falling asleep, and I'm the only one awake on the train. And I'd never been on a subway before, so it was pretty new for me. And we finally make it to New York. Now, when I first emerged out of the subway stairs into the station, my eyes just widened. I was like, whoa, this is a new horizon for a kid that stays inside for his whole life, But I went to the bathroom. Now, here's where one of the funny parts happened. Going to the bathroom in a New York subway station is like going to the bathroom at a nut house, alright? Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. The uncomfortable feeling of pissing in a New York bathroom is the same uncomfortable as someone making a Twin Towers joke right beside the 9/11 memorial. It's just uncomfortable, and it's not likable, and it's not pleasant. And it's kind of offensive. Either way, I walked into the bathroom, and the first thing I see is this guy singing to himself in the mirror, saying he's got good music taste. And I was like, okay, well, maybe the dude's feeling himself today. I sing to myself sometimes. That's perfectly fine, do your thing, man. Even if it's in a public bathroom, do your thing. Well, nothing could prepare me for what happened next. So I was at the end, the last stall. I always go in the last stall. You never go in the middle or the beginning because, you can coincidentally stand beside someone, but when they're in the end, they have a reason to stand beside you because, you know. So I'm at the end of the stall doing my business, and this guy comes, like, storming back to, like, the last stall. And I meant to say urinal, not the stall. I'm sorry. But I'm at the last urinal, and this dude's in the last stall, nodded out. And this guy comes pounding on the stall, saying, you know, come on, we gotta go. Everybody else gotta take a shit, too. And this dude opens the door, and the first things he says, and this is my introduction to New York, by the way, he just goes, yeah. And I was like, it's gonna be one of these trips, isn't it? So after that, you know, we actually emerge in New York. We leave the station, and my eyes just popped out my skull. The buildings were so big, I felt very small. And it was beautiful. And some people were wearing masks somewhere. I was one of those few people, you know. Got a coffee and a donut for breakfast, and I was walking around, looking at all the buildings, looking at all the places. Now, our play didn't start until 5 hours. So we had 5 hours, probably around 5, maybe 4, I can't remember, to walk around and do our thing. It was early in the morning in New York, so everybody was, like, you know, heading to their jobs, or they were getting breakfast, or, you know, and the streets were crowded, like, really crowded. I thought it was just, like, a joke, like, oh, New York's one of the busiest towns alive. You're going to get lost there. No, it's crowded. It's really crowded. So we're walking around, you know, we see the M&M shop, we see the Nintendo shop, you know, I'm sitting here Googling places around us, you know. Connor was mainly the map person, he Googled every place on Google Maps, or something like that, I can't remember. One of my favorite shops, though, was the comic book shop, and if you all don't know, I'm a comic book nerd, I have a small collection, and I went there and I bought a few comics. I wanted to get the graphic novel, The Batman That Laughs, or it was something like that. But it was too much. It was way too much. And I wasn't going to have Connor's mom pay for it, or I wasn't going to spend my small amount of money to pay for it. It's just not me, you know? So, this whole thing takes us about 4 hours. You know, we're walking about the total of 6 miles right now. And, you know, we're enjoying ourselves. We're actually having a good time. And I'm so ecstatic and excited to be out of my state for once. Maryland's pretty boring, so being in New York was definitely a fun time. It was definitely a fun time. Excuse me, if you will. I'll be right back in a second. I have allergies and I don't like to blow my nose on camera. I think it's a little rude. So, either way, I'm just having an all-around good time, you know, and seeing some things. You know, I bought a shirt from the Nintendo store. It's a Yoshi shirt. I don't know if it's a girl shirt or a boy shirt, but I like it. Oh, well. And it's time to go buy the tickets for the play. Now, on our way to buy these tickets, we're trying to debate on if we should eat before or after the play. Well, we wanted to go eat somewhere different because we're in a different state, right? But we had to settle on McDonald's because we wanted something quick so we don't be late for the play, because we wanted to get decent seats. And me and my friend, we got decent seats, and it was a pretty nice show. But waiting for the show was so, like, atmospherical, because we had to go into the building, we had to buy the tickets, and then we wait, and then suddenly we go walk around for a bit, and there's this huge line that we had to wait in, and we're all excited, we're all talking about, like, what we think it's going to be like and stuff. And I have a vlog coming out soon. My friend Hayden, he's editing it right now. And hopefully it turns out to be a good episode of What's Up Cumberland. But instead, What's Up Cumberland is going to be What's Up New York. So, we get into this play, and we see it. The play is amazing. Like, I'm almost crying and laughing at the same time. It was a great mixture of comedy and seriousness. You can't really hate it. It was really good. So,